over. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. All right, good evening, everybody. It's great to see everybody. Well, welcome to the 2022 Harper College Distinguished Alumni Awards. My name is Jamie Pritcher, and sorry, let me start over. My name is Jamie Pritcher, and it's a pleasure to serve as your MC this evening. I'm a proud alumna of Harper College, and I was a Distinguished Alumni in 2013. It continues to be a very proud moment for me, and I love that it keeps me connected to Harper College, coming back to events like this, and getting to honor some amazing people tonight. Tonight marks the 15th year of the Distinguished Alumni Program for Harper College. Prior to tonight, 77 former students have been recognized for their extraordinary contributions they have made in their careers and their communities. Tonight, we have the honor of celebrating the new recipients. I would also like to mention that tonight we are not only gathered in person, which we're so happy about, but we are live streaming the event, so hello to those who are watching from home and around the country tonight. Before we begin, I have a few acknowledgments and introductions. I would like to first thank the Harper College Educational Foundation for hosting tonight's event. We are grateful for the support of Harper College students and programs. I would also like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support of this evening's event: Ascension St. Alexis, Ascension Alexian Brothers, Restore, Financial Elements, and Harper Campus Bookstore. We are pleased to have members of the Harper Board of Trustees tonight. When I call your name, would you please stand? Diane Hill, Walt Munt, Bill Kelly, and Pat Stack. We are also joined by representatives from Harper College Educational Foundation Board, both in person and virtually: Raphael Malpica, Jeff Schronkowski, Tom Wishusen, and then Emeritus Board members Carol Pankros, Jake Sadoff, and Robin Turpin. We are also pleased to have several formal recipients of the Distinguished Alumni Award with us tonight. Would those past recipients please stand to be recognized? Wow. Well, tonight we are here to celebrate our alumni tradition, the Harper College Distinguished Alumni Awards. This evening, we will honor 5 exceptional individuals and hear their stories. 4 individuals will be honored in the Distinguished Alumni category. They have shown exceptional leadership in both their career and their communities. We will also honor 1 alum in the Outstanding Recent Alumni category. This award recognizes and honors 1 alumna or alumnus who is less than 10 years out from their attendance at Harper and already making great contributions in their career and their community. But before we hear their stories, and from them, I would like to invite Shannon Plate, a 2010 Distinguished Alumni honoree, to come and share an update on the Distinguished Alumni Scholarship Initiative that Distinguished Alumni have come together to ensure a strong future for Harper students.
Hi, good evening. I am happy to speak tonight about an important initiative that has deeply affected the lives of 5 people so far and that is very close to my heart: the Distinguished Alumni Scholarship Fund. We, as Distinguished Alumni, came together in 2017 to create this endowed scholarship fund as a part of the college's 50th anniversary. And our goal is to provide students with needed support and recognition, inspiration to further their education at Harper College, and encourage to stay through to graduation. It's our hope that through this scholarship, recipients will go on to become the next generation of distinguished alumni. And I am very proud to say that over the past 5 years, we've raised over $36,000 for this initiative from distinguished alumni and other friends. As we go forward, I will continue to ask the distinguished alumni and everyone else in this room for continued yearly support to increase the award so we can give more to future students, because the more we raise, the more we can give. Our original goal was to be able to cover an entire year of Harper for a deserving student. And although now we are close to covering one full semester, the goal hasn't changed. So please, especially distinguished alumni, consider giving to the scholarship yearly to continue its growth and help create opportunities for future Harper students. As I have had the pleasure of speaking to past recipients, the primary difference made by the scholarship is, of course, financial, allowing some to stay in school at all and others to be able to concentrate more fully on their studies. For many, the goal of avoiding educational debt is part of the benefit of the scholarship, allowing for more freedom in their future. The recognition, though, of a recipient's hard work and dedication is always part of their thanks, and the encouragement felt lasts longer even than the bills paid. As part of the team that chooses the beneficiary, I can speak for all of us when I say there were many deserving candidates for this prize, but that we can assist one is a goal worthy of our time, our commitment, and our money. I'm going to be knocking on all your doors next year. I am now delighted to announce Sarkin Gozel as the 2022 Distinguished Alumni Scholarship recipient. Sarkin couldn't be here tonight, but I'd like to share a little bit about him. Sarkin is an international student from Turkey who's pursuing his education here at Harper and getting an Associates of Science degree. Sarkin began his history at Harper in ESL classes. And after he finished those, he began classes to move toward his associates with a concentration on IT and cybersecurity and a target graduation of December 2023. Right now, he maintains a 4.0 grade point average, and he's part of the Harper's Honor Program. He said that the scholarship is going to make a significant difference for him, and it will provide relief for his family who remain in Turkey, as he can now help cover his costs as he pursues his education here in the US. He says his goal is to work for a software company in cybersecurity and be a leader in his field. Congratulations to Sarkin on receiving the Distinguished Alumni Scholarship. We hope you will consider joining us to continue to make a difference in the lives of future Harper students. And now I'll turn it back to Jamie.
Thank you, Shannon. What a meaningful way for us as alumni to pay it forward. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Harper College President, Dr. Avis Proctor, to say a few words.
Good evening. I am always thrilled to participate in this event because I get to personally call each of the honorees and hear their stories, have lunch with them and hear more of their stories, and we get to recognize them for their achievements in their fields this evening. Thanks for the introduction, Jamie. And Shannon, thank you for sharing the highlights about our Distinguished Alumni Scholarship Fund This is important work that really does make a difference and creates a powerful connection between the recipients and our alumni. I'm delighted to be here at this impactful event this year. It's one we all look forward to, celebrating our alumni who've achieved and made contributions at the highest levels. I have the honor of having a small luncheon with the honorees today and getting to know them on a personal level. Help me see these recipients are not only great on paper, but they're truly great individuals who've reached the top levels of their professions and acts of service to their communities. I also learned about their fondest memories on campus, and it seemed to be connected to food. There was a theme of food today, and also some possible controversies, depending on how you look at it. I'll see if they explain that later this evening. But through the Distinguished Alumni Program, we showcase the great talent that comes out of Harper. I truly believe in the power of our alumni and their stories to not only inspire, but also motivate the next generation of students. The Distinguished Alumni Awards honor the best and brightest of our Harper alumni, who include a spectrum of industry trailblazers, innovators, community and philanthropic leaders, and change makers. Since 2008, Harper has recognized 77 individuals, and I'm delighted we are adding 5 more this evening. I want to congratulate each of our 4 distinguished alumni honorees, Jim, Michael, Joe, and Leslie. You are very deserving of this honor. And also want to celebrate Isaac, our Outstanding Recent Alumni Award recipient. Thank you for choosing Harper and for leaving a strong legacy here, and also the impact that you're having in your fields and being a part of our story. You're truly examples of all that we want our alumni to be. And we know we're quite proud of the work that you've done and look forward to hearing your stories this evening. Every day, our alumni are doing amazing things. Your stories inspire current students, faculty, and staff to keep doing the work that they do to create the next generation of Harper College alumni. And specifically, our distinguished alumni are leaving not just a legacy, but a shining example for our current students and how to have a successful and meaningful career and life. How many of our current students are here this evening? Awesome, awesome. I thank you for all that you are, for what you do, and how you represent Harper College every day. Now let's move forward with the awards. Thank you again for coming this evening.
All right, well, let's commence with the awards program. First, I want to note that bio stories are available in your printed program. And at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our first honoree of the evening, Isaac Jean Paul. Isaac, go ahead. Let me say a few nice things about you. There's a lot. Isaac is the recipient of the Outstanding Recent Alumni Award. As I previously mentioned, this award recognizes and honors one alumna or alumnus who is less than 10 years out from Harper and already demonstrating significant contributions in their career and community. Isaac Jean Paul counts many accomplishments to his name. He was a student leader, an All-American collegiate athletic champion for track and field, an Olympic qualifier, a decorated Paralympic athlete, and now a coach for athletes with disabilities and a motivational speaker. Isaac has accomplished all of this while living with an eye condition called juvenile retinoschisis, which he was diagnosed with at age 2. During his collegiate career, both athletics and academics were important to him. He was an All-American in 2013 in the high jump and placed first in the high jump for NCAA Division II National Championship in 2015. He met the qualifying standard in the high jump for the Olympic trials, and in 2017 he joined the Paralympics organization and went on to the high jump and the World Paralympic Championship, setting a new world record. Yeah, very impressive. He was prominently featured in a Toyota commercial highlighting Paralympians during the 2022 Super Bowl. And Isaac Jean Paul has a track record of leadership. As a student, he took on leadership roles such as president of the Black Student Union at Harper, was a member of the Alpha Pi Alpha fraternity, and a Lasallian volunteer at Lewis University. Isaac currently serves as head sprint coach at San Diego State University for the Adaptive Sports Program. And the program has a mission to provide an environment of support for adapted athletes through integration of high caliber education, coaching, and mentorship. He helps prepare and develop the adaptive athlete for excellence in personal, professional, and athletic endeavors. As a motivational speaker, he has touched the lives of many by sharing his personal story of achieving at the highest levels while overcoming challenges that he never let define him. Now let's roll his video and learn more about Isaac.
There are so many things that set Isaac above many of the students and student athletes I've had. Just his perseverance, his desire to improve. Nothing can stop Isaac. One of the things that really is interesting is you never say you can't do something to Isaac, because he just takes that and uses that as a motivation to show that in fact he can. He came here to compete in high jump, but also added long jump to one of his events. While he was here, he was very successful. His first year won the national championship in high jump, and he also set a school record during that time, and he did the same in long jump.
Really a leader from the beginning. I could see that in him. One of the things I liked most about him was he was goal-oriented. You know, he would set goals and go for them. And he wasn't like he would go around bragging about his goals. He would just be clear, this is what I'm going toward, and work hard at achieving it, you know. So that's one thing that impressed me about him, as well as how he treated other students. You know, he genuinely, you know, cared about their success. I remember the day he won the position, the president of the club. There was two people who were running for the position. I announced it, and once he heard he won, his first thing was to look to the person who lost. You know, he didn't celebrate, jump up, and, you know, his first motion was, you know, concern for her. And I thought, that's the right leader.
When he left here, he received an athletic scholarship to Lewis University to compete in track and field. At Lewis University, he competed in high jump, and he also competed in long jump. He went to the Olympic trials, and even though he didn't make it to the Olympics, it really inspired him to want to pursue, to improve in his jumping skills.
Isaac is a student who's legally blind, so he has a disability. And he's a high jumper. You know, he jumps over a bar that's very thin, and he does it through, you know, his repetitive training of you know, kind of seeing what he can see, and then jumping 7 feet into the air over this bar. And, you know, my goodness. And I remember having that conversation with another colleague. You know, he was talking about the Olympics. You know, we were like, yeah, we got to go when he gets there. It wasn't about would he make it. It was like, man, when he goes.
2:10 was his world record heading into this set in Los Angeles. 2:17 is where he's at now. That would be 7 centimeters coming into this, and he can clear it from his previous world record. Oh, he's done it! That is a jump and a half at wall.
Isaac, congratulations on being named Harper College Outstanding Alum. You definitely deserve the honor for all that you have done in your life. May you continue to have success, enjoy your family, and be all that you can be.
Congratulations, Isaac, man. They couldn't have picked a better person to win this award. I'm so glad that it's going to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce 2022 Outstanding Recent Alumni recipient, Isaac Jean Paul. Congratulations.
Gonna give you your award, we're gonna get a photo.
You know, I'm a track athlete. I run fast. Thank you so much. Wow, that right there was amazing. I can take this off? Okay, I'm gonna stand in the middle. You know, how's everybody doing tonight? All right. Well, usually I would probably have something written down for this special occasion, but the odds of me actually being able to see it probably be slim to none. But that was, wow, I'm like speechless right now, because as an athlete, you know, you develop this mindset of what's next, when's the next race. You don't really have enough time to relish in the what's now or what happened. And really being able to see that and hearing my coach, shout out to Coach Zellner, my mom away from home, shout out to Coach McKnighter, Dr. Yeah, give them some love. Dubois McCarthy, who was like my mentor when I first came to Harper. But back to what I was saying, I know I don't have enough time, but you don't really get to have the opportunity to understand what's happening in the moment. And all your accomplishments, having that mindset of an athlete, you want that one thing. You want to be that number one. You want to be that Olympic gold medalist. And if you don't have that, you kind of forget about everything else you accomplished, like your first race where you won the first place prize or whatnot. So seeing all of those things, I kind of, you know, it touched me a lot. Harper is a place where I first found my identity outside of being an athlete. I know my mom would always tell me, my dad would always tell me, hey, you're more than an athlete, but, you know, I'm stubborn. You know, as a kid growing up, you want that one thing, you know. You don't really listen to your parents. But when I came to Harper, Coach Zellner was the first person that really helped me understand my disability within the sport and how I was able to do what I'm able to do in the high jump apron and in the long jump. The sense of, what would you call it? The kinesthetic sense, the sense of feel. You know, she helped me understand that that is how I'm able to high jump. I didn't need sight. You know, I didn't need anything other than my raw athleticism and that ability to feel. I like to call him Dr. McCarthy because I know he's going to get his doctorate soon. He taught me that this one thing that I carry with me every day is people's perspective is their reality. And that couldn't be so true because that helped me understand that people have a perspective that is different from yours. And you may not have to agree with it, but you have to understand it. You have to respect it. And if you're able to do that, you can be able to communicate more effectively. Harper is a beautiful place because without Harper, I probably wouldn't be I like to call myself an activist for people with disabilities. An activist because it really taught me more than just athletics. It taught me a sense of just security, a sense of family, a sense of substance. You know what I'm saying? I owe that all to Harper and my amazing family back there. And obviously, it has to start from somewhere. It started with the people in the back of the room right there, the John Paul Turner family and my baby girl, Shyla. You know, it started with them. And they set me up for success, and Harper took me to the next level. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate this award. I'm honored. And, man, I hope you guys bring me back again for something else. You know, I love you know, bring me back for something. I speak at colleges too, President. You know, I could sue you. Hey. But, yeah, thank you so much. And congratulations to all the other honorees tonight, all the past honorees. You know, we're honestly doing something that is notable within our community, and that's why we're being honored today. So it's a blessing. Thank you, Harper. Thank you, everybody. And shoot, let's have a great night.
Congratulations, Isaac. I think you need to let everyone know when you're speaking next. And of course, now I have to follow up the motivational speaker. So thank you for that. All right, now we turn our attention to this year's group of Distinguished Alumni. Our first Distinguished Alumni Award recipient tonight is Jim Eidstein. Jim served as Chief Financial Officer at Kaihan International, a furniture dealership in Schaumburg, for nearly 22 years. During that time, his leadership and impact was commended, and in 2012, he received the Daily Herald Business Ledger CFO of the Year. He is currently the owner of James Eidstein Consulting, where he provides CFO expertise for small and medium-sized companies in the Northwest suburbs, and he helps turn those clients' vision and commitment into success. Jim is also a member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Illinois CPA Society. Jim's record of serving his community in both his professional career role and his personal life is really impressive. Jim has been an active member of the Schaumburg Business Association for nearly 2 decades, where he's taken on roles such as serving on the Legislative Affairs Committee, Board of Directors, Nominating Committee, Ambassador Committee, and others, which earned him both the Ambassador of the Year in 2013 and Volunteer of the Year in 2016. Jim has also served on the Business Development Commission for the Village of Schaumburg, the Board of Directors for the Institute of Management Accountants, Northwest Suburban Board, and he has served on philanthropic boards and committees for the American Diabetes Association, March of Dimes, Party for a Cure for Leukemia and Lymphoma, Breast Cancer and Pediatric Cancer, Step Out, A Walk to Stop Diabetes. In 2022, he continues his philanthropy with plans for a fundraiser for the veteran support group Salute, Inc. Now let's watch and listen to learn more about Jim.
So I've known Jim for almost 20 years, so he's been heavily involved in the Schaumburg community. We appointed him as one of our Business Development Commission members to get engaged with our local leadership, with the mayor and elected officials, and kind of serve as a business advisor to the community and help us with recommendations of how to make Schaumburg even better. And then obviously I got to know him through the Schaumburg Business Association, as we both served on the board of directors there. He's a board member, an ambassador, director, volunteer. He did it all. He's one to give back to the community, so I've known him for quite some time. I mean, he's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for various nonprofits. He's never one to shy away from taking on additional work and giving back in a philanthropic way. He's a networker. I mean, he wants to get people involved and make those connections. So when you're at an event with Jim, I mean, he's always has somebody new with him because he wants to try and introduce them and get them comfortable into the community. So that, it's that generosity and giving back that really makes Jim different than most business leaders.
So his involvement within the SBA has really gone across the board. Our ambassador committee is a group of volunteers, and they're charged essentially with welcoming all the new members who join the association. On average, we'll have about 200 members join every year. So he is reaching out to welcoming those new members. It doesn't just stop at the introduction though. He really goes above and beyond, and he always makes sure to go out of his way, welcome them, and really ensure that they are maximizing their membership and meeting the most fascinating people that they can meet at these events that makes sense for them to achieve their goals.
I think Jim demonstrates that engagement. It's not just the job, it's about engaging the community and giving back, and it's led to a very beneficial career. The more you get engaged with the community and network with other businesses and organizations, it'll lead you to further down that road and lead to more success.
Jim as a person is incredibly personable. I don't know a soul who could not relate to Jim. He truly finds out about the people he's meeting with. He's incredibly genuine, and he really is committed to ideas, to concepts, to visions. So he a lot of times will come to me with ideas about programming or events, and it's great because with Jim, if you say, let's roll with this, he will make sure the ball continues to get moved forward, and that he will dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and take care of all the details to see it through.
Congratulations, Jim, on winning the Harper College Distinguished Alumni Award. So proud of you and thankful for all you've done for Schaumburg and the Northwest suburbs. Wishing you nothing but the best in the future.
Jim, congratulations. There could not be a more deserving individual for this year's Distinguished Alumni recognition. and we are so proud to have you as a member of the Schaumburg Business Association and to share you with the broader community. Congrats again on this evening.
Please join me in welcoming Jim Eidstein to the Harper College Distinguished Alumni Class of 2022.
Well, first of all, I need to thank my family, who I wouldn't be here without them. My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my wife of 44 plus years, Lynn, my daughter, my son, and of course my grandchildren. They all helped me to get where I'm at, all helped me be a better person. Wow, this is really a great honor. I really appreciate it. When I went to Harper College, I never expected getting something like that. I was just happy getting grades, good grades in classes. That's what I wanted to do. Like most students, this was a stopping ground where I was stopping here to go move on to a four-year college and then to start a career. I am so glad that I went to Harper College first. I do not believe I was really mature enough and ready to go to a four-year college. There was a lot of things going on when I went to Harper. For example, something called the Vietnam War. I came out of my class one day and found out my draft number was 100. They drew it 100, so I didn't know whether I was going or not. So it was hard to plan a career when you didn't know what was going on. My first semester in the springtime, I decided to go out for the track team. I had a couple hours difference between going to track practice and my classes. I made one of the smartest moves I could have made. I decided I had some free time. I went to see the Harper College career counselors. They are such a great service. When I first went in there, the first question they said, do you plan to get an associate degree here? I said, probably. I should have never said probably. They said, no, you must get the degree because you get an associate degree. Most four-year colleges will accept you as a junior, no questions asked. So just don't take classes, get yourself the associates. I had no idea what my major was going to be. They said, Jim, you need to take an aptitude test. I took this test here at Harper College, and I scored high in accounting. I said, wow, I never thought that I wanted to be an accountant, or my attitude was like that. It was a great test I took. So in the fall of my second year, I took an accounting class. I ran back to the counselor and said, guess what? I love it. I think I found my career. I never thought about it. Not only did they help me with this, they said, okay, let's look at all the colleges. So we looked at all the colleges around, which ones would take me as a junior as my associate degree. So I have, needless to say, the counselors played a very important part of where I got today. I would recommend to the students here, use the career counselors. They're free. You can't beat free, you know. Well, my relationship with Harper College did not end after graduation like I thought it would be. As you saw, for the last 20 plus years, I've been super active in the Village of Schaumburg, the Schaumburg Business Association, and various fundraisers. Harper College, if you didn't know it, they're out all over the place. I'm always running into people from Harper College. I had the privilege of knowing and working with Lori Stone. She was the president of the Schaumburg Business Association, plus she was also a trustee and a chairperson for the trustees for Harper College. I was in a couple committees with her. It's unbelievable what I've learned about leadership just from her. Another person from Harper College that stood out that I served on a committee with was Sheila Quirk-Bailey. She was a chair one year from the Schaumburg Business Association. Sheila, at the time, was the chief of staff here at Harper College. She was the chair of the Schaumburg Business Association, plus she was going back to school because her goal was she wanted to be a president of a university. Now she is in Central Illinois. But I learned how she did time management. It was unbelievable. I was very, very fortunate about 12 years ago, but he asked to come before the students of Harper College on a panel. I was on there with 3 other alumni. I came to campus to talk about how I got where I was at. I swear, I learned more from the students than I ever taught them. It was really a lot of fun. I'm very humbled to receive this reward because there have been so many great people before us, and it's an amazing group we have this year. There are so many good people out there that went to Harper College. It's unbelievable. I want to have a shout out to a couple of the people who has received the Distinguished Alumni Award, what I have served on committees with. Three of the four I'm going to shout out, I've known at least 20 years, 15, 20 years. John Rippinger, I know, who's here tonight. Former Mayor L. Larson, David Gotwin, he's at Woodfield Mall, and Andy John Clahonis. I never served on the committee with him, but I served 10 years with his dad, so I say AJ counts you, and I served on the committee together. So I'm very, I've learned a lot from Harper College, from their commitment to the community. So when I started my own company as CFO, my company was sold because the owner was very sick with Huntington disease. He was forced to sell the company, and I wanted to stay in the community since I have all this great relations, so I started my own company. And what was the first thing I did? I used Harper College Business Services. I don't know if you guys know about it. They have some great programs. I used their SBDC, saw a couple counselors, asked them how the best way to set up my business, LLC, and so we went over everything. I still use them to this day. If you don't know about their apprentice program, which I never use, it's a tremendous program. They have so many good programs out here. I've been in this building so many times with seminars, which they have given. Harper College is a true community college. They're out there in the community. They're just not classes, brick and mortar. So I'd like to end it by saying thank you to the committee. I'm very honored to be included with this amazing group. And again, I have to thank my family, who I wouldn't be here without them. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Jim. All right, our third honoree is Michael Patrick McGowan. Yeah, right there, yeah. Over the last 4 decades, Michael McGowan has made considerable contributions to the team at Foster Electric USA, a Japanese-owned speaker manufacturer for the consumer electronics and automobile market. Michael has rose through the ranks from entry-level sales associate to the company's president. In 2020, Michael was promoted from his previous role of executive vice president to his current role of president in the USA. Michael serves as a key leader in spearheading the company's growth, overseeing the company's financial earnings, and enriching the relationships with their enterprise customers. Since Michael's role as president, he has made an undeniable impact in leading the initiative of their USA-based manufacturing plant, creating countless new American jobs. Michael's been honored over the years and recognized by his colleagues, customers, and management, including multiple individual Outstanding Achievement Awards given by Foster. Each customer relationship has garnered several accolades for Foster, including a 9-time recipient of the General Motors Supplier Quality Excellence Award and Supplier of the Year. Michael is a frequent volunteer and donor to many impactful organizations, including the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, the American Cancer Society, Misericordia, the Susan B. Komen Foundation, Lurie Children's Hospital, and St. Baldrick's. Michael's contributions are not simply limited to his financial generosity. After nearly 4 decades of jet setting, Michael can still be found spending his scarce personal time as a quiet champion for various causes. Now let's hear more about Michael.
Michael started at Foster Electric in 1984 as a senior sales engineer, and from there he had several promotions under his belt, and currently he is the president of Foster Electric USA Inc. Michael has effectively led the company by example. Throughout his career at Foster, he proved himself to be reliable and trustworthy. The parent companies in Japan with several locations globally. He was held responsible for the performance and operations in North America. He spent many years traveling, building relationships with customers and employees, and understanding different cultures. Nancy, his wife, and Michael loves to cook and bake, which he always shares in the office. Also, he initiated a cookbook where each employee contributes their favorite recipes, and now it's called the Foster Electric Cookbook.
Michael is like a sports-loving person like I am. That's why we clicked right away. We would exchange stories. We are like Monday quarterbacks all the time. I looked at Mike as somebody who's very approachable, and with that trait, I always say he would be a very good executive, and he is. He would talk about my family also, saying hi to everybody, and he would say, hey, how's your weekend? How's your family? How's your children? And with that, I think that's a good trait, which I think he got it from Harper College. Michael, kudos, you did it. And congratulations for a job well done, or well, you're still doing it. And I know you'll still achieve greater heights when you become maybe the national or the international president of Foster America. Congratulations again, Mike.
Congratulations, Michael, for being an outstanding Harper Alumni Awardee. We wish you the best.
Please join me in congratulating Michael McGowan on his induction into the Harper College Distinguished Alumni Class of 2022.
Well, I think everyone who's here today, kind enough to be here tonight, should get extra credit. I know I relied pretty heavily on it when I was here. I want to thank my family. I hope to be able to live up to the bio they wrote for me. I'm sure all of us could say the same thing. And you know, I thought we were the same graduating class here, but then I'm looking at Isaac thinking he aged pretty well compared to the rest of us, but you know, and yeah, and I pegged you guys as the fundraisers because nobody's sitting next to you. Yeah. Anyway, Harper was perfect for me. I didn't have any money. Had to work, student loans, well, you know, back when you had to pay for them. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And then, you know, flash forward 40-something years. Now, I'd like to retire, don't have the money, have to work, still don't know what I want to do. But I kind of came up in a school of hard knocks. You know, a lot of hard work, a lot of long days, a lot of travel, a great deal of sacrifice from my family and my friends. So it wasn't an easy road, but I did learn a lot from individuals like yourself, talented people, and I think you pick up, you know, the best parts of people along the way and kind of integrate it into your own persona. And at the same time, you recognize bad behavior and bad instincts, and you stay away from that stuff too. But I'm pretty sure that that kind of foundation comes from the kind of education you receive at Harper. In particular, like all the gen ed type of things where you can touch on a little of everything and then choose which things you're most interested in. So I kind of very much appreciate Harper for that purpose. Quite frankly, I don't remember a lot of my experience. It's been a while, you know. Spent a lot of time shooting pool between classes here, and I was actually pretty good at that time. I don't know if those tables are still here, but that comes to mind. But I don't mean to make light of it, but I am happy about it and honored to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. Joseph Plazak is the fourth recipient tonight. Joe Plazak has had an exceptional journey since his time at Harper. He has gone from artist to teacher to scientist to engineer and visionary, all within the domain of music. He began with teaching private one-on-one guitar lessons to developing and designing one of the world's most successful music software tools that is used by hundreds of thousands of musicians, including some of the most notable artists of our time. While at Harper College, Joe's budding leadership began with his role as student trustee for the Harper College Board of Trustees. After graduating from Harper College, Joe went on to achieve his bachelor's in psychology and music from Elmhurst University, his master's and PhD in music theory and cognition from Ohio State University, and then a graduate diploma in computer science from Concordia University. While working as an assistant professor for the School of Music at Illinois Wesleyan University, he kept an active research agenda on the similarities between emotional communication and music and speech. He has published more than 15 manuscripts on the topic and has given more than 50 presentations. In 2017, Joe left the academic world and went to work for Avid Technology, where he is currently the senior principal software developer. Within this role, he spends his days teaching computers to read, write, and perform music through the world's leading music notation software, Sibelius. Joe is a member of several professional associations such as the Association for Technology Music Instruction, College Music Society, Society for Music Perception and Cognition, and many others. He has received awards such as Music Professor of the Year at Illinois Wesleyan University and School of Music Graduate Achievement Award. In addition to the professional achievements, he is a trained commercial pilot and certified flight instructor, a marathon runner, and a triathlete. Now let's roll the video to learn more.
Well, I can describe part of his career because it's had two distinct phases. The first half is basically academic, and that's the part I'm most familiar with. And then he left academia to go into computer applications. He had earned his advanced degrees in astonishingly short time. He had gotten hired as I believe it was assistant professor at Illinois Wesleyan University. So for Joe to become a professor at that stage of his career was terrific. And it was a tenure track job, and usually when you get one of those, you hang on to it. So when he left that voluntarily, I was a little concerned, oh, what's going to happen to his career now? But it's certainly, that's the wonderful thing about Joe. Whatever he sets his mind to do, he does really well. Once a week, the music department has what we call a convocation, weekly convocation, which is a gathering of music majors. We use it for various things, but oftentimes we like to bring alumni back. So Joe said, as a professor, he tended to get up around 5 in the morning, and if he was lucky, he got to bed by midnight or so. And so he said, you know, it's not as easy as it looks, which was certainly good information for the students to know that to be successful in music, probably in all careers, but certainly in music, it's 24/7. You have to love it. You eat, breathe, sleep, and that's what you do all the time. And just for me personally, it was like, yes, finally somebody gets it.
Dr. Joseph Plazak has this amazing title, and I'm going to read it here so I get it right. He's a senior principal software engineer and designer for Avid Technology, and he's the guy who designed and developed the Sibelius for mobile app, which is an incredible music software app that is used by thousands of musicians around the world as they do their music composition.
Sibelius for Mobile is an extension of our desktop application. You choose where you want to work. The interface, the touchscreen, the tablet itself offers a number of opportunities for us.
I first met Joe back in 2003 when he was a student trustee, and right away I found that Joe had the sincere desire to help out Harper students. He was very articulate, intelligent, charismatic, And he had this wonderful self-effacing sense of humor that you just couldn't help but like him. Working here at a community college, I couldn't help but see how many students would come from their cars to their classes with blinders on. They didn't look at the world around them. And Joe Plazak was one of those people who had peripheral vision. He saw the world around him and got involved. And I think that's an inspiration to students. Here's a guy who started out as playing guitar, and he eventually became this designer of one of the most successful music software tools in the industry. What's truly remarkable about Dr. Joseph Plazak is that he started out as an artist, became a teacher, then a scientist, and then an engineer. And he did it all within the same domain of music. And his entire journey began right here at Harper College.
Joe, I'm so glad this worked finally. It's so richly deserved. You are certainly one of our most distinguished alumni. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce 2022 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, Dr. Joseph Plazak.
It really is the honor of a lifetime for me to be here tonight. Thank you for just giving me a moment to express my gratitude for this award. When I came to college, I was 19 years old, and I brought with me 3 things. The first was a nylon string guitar, and the first person I met on campus was Steve Savata, my guitar instructor for the summer session. But Steve quickly became much more than a guitar instructor to me. He became my mentor. He brought me into the program here at Harper. He helped me successfully transition to a 4-year institution and then beyond. Steve Savata, thank you for helping me find my way. The second thing that I brought to campus was a million questions about music, and I think it's fair to say that Dr. Barbara Bowker answered all of them. When I was here, I thought of myself as a composer, and Dr. B helped me realize that my strength was in finding problems about music and then coming up with solutions for them. So that led naturally to a PhD in music theory, which led on to an academic job as a music theorist, a job which I have to add I wouldn't have landed had Dr. Bowker not introduced me to the College Music Society. So Barb, thank you for answering all my questions about music, and thank you for showing me how to follow in your footsteps. The third thing that I brought to campus was a strong desire to make a difference while I was here. I didn't know anybody at Harper College when I arrived, and I just wanted to be a part of something. And it was my great fortune that I met Michael Neiman while I was interviewing to be a Harper College student senator. I quickly learned that Michael talks the talk and walks the walk. And as a 19-year-old faced with some complex situations as a student senator and later as a student trustee, Michael was my go-to person for assessing the situation, coming up with an actionable plan, and moving forward. When I think about what makes Harper College the best school that I went to, and I tell everybody I went to 1 grade school, 1 high school, and 5 institutions of higher education, of which Harper was the best. And when I think about why, it's because I learned leadership here from Michael Neiman. So Michael, thank you for everything. There are many other people who contributed to my nomination for this award, and also who made my time here at Harper so memorable. I just want to quickly mention them: Edith Goslin-Picard, Steve Vasquez, Karen Stossel, Greg Clemens, Dr. Richard Colsey, and many others. They played an important role in my time here, and I think of them all the time. Now, one of the hard things about chasing your dreams is that it takes you away from your family and the things that you love. And so tonight, I'd like to finish by thanking my family, who's had my back and support and been my safety net as I've taken some daring leaps in my life. So Mom, Dad, my sister Kelly, my wife Giselle, my stepdad, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, my crazy cousins, my brilliant daughters and niece and nephew. Thank you all so much, and I love you. And my closing thought tonight is this: The thing about being a student is you're only ever in one place for a short period of time, and it's just long enough to plant a seed. And it's that seed that grows for the rest of our careers and the rest of our lives. I am so fortunate that I was able to plant a seed here. And to be now considered distinguished amongst the trees in this very special forest is much more than an accomplishment for me. It's an aspiration for which I will continue to strive. Thank you very much.
And last, but certainly not least, our fifth and final award recipient tonight, Leslie A.W. Van Wilvelier. Got to give her a round of applause. Leslie has taught generations of students accounting principles through innovative instruction as an accounting college educator since 1996. Beginning in January 2008, she began teaching full-time at Oakton Community College in Des Plaines. She has a multitude of accounting courses that she has taught during her time at Oakton. In addition to teaching, she has been co-chair of the accounting program since fall 2018, and in the fall 2022 semester, she is now chairperson of the accounting program. Leslie has pioneered the gamification of instruction in her teaching practices. She has presented on the gamification aspect in other areas of instruction in over 20 professional conference presentations in the last decade. Leslie completed her doctorate in leadership degree in June 2021. She has also received several awards and honors in her field, including the Outstanding Educator for 2-year schools from the Illinois CPA Society. And in 2018, she was selected by Wiley for a Next D Award, which honored her work on developing new tools for students for online platforms. She received the Distinguished E-Learning Educator by Instructional Technology Council. She was nominated for the Excellence in Teaching Award at Oakton Community College, and is also a previous recipient of the Outstanding Educator Award from the Illinois CPA Society. Leslie's community and professional service, including steering committee member for the Conference on Teaching and Learning and Accounting, serving on the Illinois State Advisory Committee for Financial and Business Services, research forum judge at UIC, and junior achievement volunteer. Now let's roll the video and hear more about our final honoree.
Leslie is one of those people who takes a huge interest in her students personally. In the first 3 weeks of the semester, everybody's invited, every student is invited to her office to come introduce themselves and let her know their goals and things going on in their lives and what their barriers are. Leslie works very closely with them through the semester. She has a great deal of compassion for people's stories and making it work so students can succeed. That is her, she lives that message, and students feel it. Probably one of her greatest accomplishments, actually. She's on the scholarship committees for the Illinois CPA Society, which is that's a big commitment. And I think that we have this very specific conference we do every year called the Teachers of Accounting in 2-Year Colleges. And it's very popular. A lot of community college accounting professors go. And Leslie's on the conference planning team, and she always teaches workshops at the conferences. And she's been very involved with that, and that's all volunteer. So she does that for the good of all community colleges, professors around the country. Many of our students, and I'm sure many of the Harper students, just like Oakton students, are working, many of them full-time. And Leslie was one of the Harper students, and she was working a lot of hours because she put herself through school 100%. So she got through her associates, and then she went on and got her bachelor's degree, and then passed the CPA exam, all while working. And for those of you who don't know the CPA exam, well, when Leslie was taking it, back when I was taking it, it was a 19-hour, 2.5-day exam. It was a monster. It's like taking 10 finals at the same time. And to do that while you're working full-time, it's just almost impossible. But she achieved that, and then she got her master's in accounting, and then worked in industry in different accounting jobs, and then wanted to teach. and then moved in. And I mean, it's been an exceptional role model for any community college student of how hard work pays off, and endurance and commitment, and that if we focus on what we're doing, that we can succeed. And so she's been incredibly successful at Oakton. She's beloved by every single person at that college, and she's on a variety of committees and teams, and she's just very, I mean, like, you couldn't really achieve a higher level of success as a professor than what she's achieving right now and all the things she's part of. I want to make sure I really emphasize kindness, and that, like, I have a strong belief, and Leslie sort of lives this is why we were really good co-chairs, that together, like, we work super well together, is that if we put kindness and goodness out into the world, we end up creating an environment around us where other people are kind back, and people work with us and they try to help us, and like, it's just, and she doesn't hate it, she just breathes kindness. It's just who she is. Leslie, you absolutely deserve this award and this recognition for all that you've been to hundreds or thousands of students and colleagues. You've made a huge difference to so many people, and I'm so glad that Harper's recognizing you for all that you've done and all that you are. So congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce 2022 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient Leslie A.W. Von Woldelier. Congratulations.
Okay, so first off, following these amazing people, wow. So, all right, we'll see if I can get through this without crying, because Jay, oh my goodness, thank you. So I want to start by thanking Harper, Harper College, the Distinguished Alumni Awards Selection Committee, the Educational Foundation for honoring me as a distinguished alumnus. This is amazing. I truly feel humbled and honored to be recognized for the award, but also Joe, Michael, Jim, and Isaac, to be with these people is just amazing. So thank you. I cannot thank Jay enough. He is my friend. He's my mentor. He is the reason I am who I am educationally, professionally. He's a rock star. So that I need a copy of that. Because on the bad days, I need to watch that. You know, when the students are just getting at you and they're not doing their work, I need to watch that. I also have to thank my family right there that are in the room, Bill, Stephanie, Marie, and then I'm hoping they're online streaming, Trevor, my son, and Carol, my stepmom. Without your support and love, I would not be where I am. You've really helped motivate me to continue my journey, right? And just be who I am. And Marie, I'm gonna call you out for a second. I know, because I love you. Marie commented when I earned my doctorate about the alphabet soup that was after my name. So I just have to bring that up because that always makes me smile. So thank you for that. This award is meaningful to me in a number of ways. I came to Harper, knew I had to go to college. My parents said, you're going to college, but figure it out. All right. So I came and had to fully fund it all on my own. Luckily, Bill was here, and we had another friend, Matt, who came with us. But without Harper being affordable, I would not have started this journey that ended up with a doctorate. I mean, who knew? I then continued on and got my bachelor's, went to work, got a master's, well, first got a second bachelor's in computers, got a master's in accounting, got a CPA, and then, you know, after that went, hey, let's go back and get a doctorate, why not? But Harper's where I started. Without here, I would not have gone there. But let's be transparent for a second. I was not a stellar student at the beginning, right? I earned some D's and F's. I'm not really proud of them, but here's the positive. I like reframing things. Without that challenge, without those failures, I would not have realized how important it was to get that degree, that how important it is to be a lifelong learner and to continue on and to persevere, right? I am a true believer in the community college model. I am currently a professor of accounting at Oakton Community College. I do advise students. I tell them how important it is to persevere, to get that associate's degree. Michael, did you say that? Somebody said that, or no, Jim said that, sorry. About get the AA, just get the AA, it's a degree. Go on, talk to me, reach out. So I am a huge believer in starting at the community college. So many of our students are not mature enough, I was not, right? And don't have the funds, so start here. You get your gen eds, it's an excellent education, and it transfers. So I love the community college model. Harper really did help me looking back, didn't realize it then, but it helped me learn time management skills because there really was nobody guiding me. There was nobody saying, you do it this way. Here's the courses you need. I had to open up the catalog and figure that out. It also helped me to learn to advocate for myself, that nobody was going to be there. Mom and dad weren't going to be back there going, okay, she needs help or whatever. You have to be your own advocate. So that was really great. As my accounting students know, I love quotes. I start every class with a quote, so I'm gonna end with a quote today. This one is A Nugget of Knowledge by Lou Holtz, who is a legendary Notre Dame football coach. So go Notre Dame, go Irish. You are not born a winner. You were not born a loser. You are what you make yourself to be. Thank you.
So certainly an amazing and inspiring group of individuals. Let's give the 2022 Distinguished Alumni another round of applause. Congratulations. Tonight, we've certainly had a great time celebrating and honoring the best of Harper College. It's events like this that continue to highlight the outstanding alumni from this institution. We thank you all for being outstanding examples for the current Harper College students and for your contributions far and wide. Thanks to each of you, and then to everybody else for joining us here tonight. That concludes our awards and ceremony program. We hope you enjoyed. Good night.